What's the deal with elevator music? It just goes on and on. There's no chorus, there's no verse, there's no bridge. What's with that? I'm your host, The Wildfires Project, and this is Sounds of the Underground.
I don't wanna die with you on my mind. I don't wanna lie and say that I'm fine. I don't wanna cry for you all the time. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm never going to let go of you. I passed by the place we used to work together. Saw your car parked and I fizzled in my head. I couldn't move. The last thing that I was to look and stalk you, but I do. So tell me why can't I just be like you and just give up and move on to something new? I don't wanna die with you on my mind. I don't wanna lie and say that I'm fine. I don't wanna cry for you all the time. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm never going to let go of you. So many questions still remain, and I know that it could be answers. No, you want me to take the blame for the fact that you're gone forever. I feel myself going insane. Suicidal thoughts to my head, I still look the same. So tell me why can't I just be like you and just give up and move on to something new and go and kiss random girls I don't know or get real high and give up on myself. I don't wanna die with you on my mind. I don't wanna lie and say that I'm fine. I don't wanna cry for you all the time. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm never going to let go of you. I don't wanna die with you on my mind. I don't wanna lie and say that I'm fine. I don't wanna cry for you all the time. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm never going to let go of you.
We are Story Untold. I'm Janik. I sing in the band, and
What's up? I'm Jonathan, and I'm the drummer.
so yeah, we know that the last 2 years have been like, kind of like I don't know, pretty shit for like everyone. But this year in 2000, what is it? 22. I thought it was like 21. We got a chance to open for Kenny Hoopla in Montreal. Right after that, we flew to Europe to open for The Offspring, which is one of our big inspiration.
And I think it was like our biggest show.
Yeah, it was our biggest show. Yeah, there was like 20 people, I think, at the show. Yeah, it was pretty good. So we're looking to some more. Since the world was like shut down, we decided that this year we're gonna put out like a song every month, and we pretty much did it. Except for like there was like 1 month that we didn't put out a song because we. Like I said earlier, we got a chance to open for The Offspring. You guys don't know the question yet, but I'm going to tell you while answering it. It's supposed to be like, what's the craziest thing that ever happened to us on tour? We found a dead body somewhere when we were on tour. There was like a guy that was passed out outside of the hotel we were singing, and turns out he was dead. And so I had to call the police. But that's not the craziest thing. Maybe in a few years we're going to tell you all about our trip to Prague when we opened for The Offspring. One time we played in Salt Lake City, and I remember like we got paid like, I think, what was it? I think it was the biggest check.
23 or 43?
$43?
Yeah.
So we got to, get a pizza at the time we had some other members in the band, and Jesse decided to give some of the money to some homeless person, which is like pretty kind of himself. Like, yeah, we've got big hearts in the band, so which is why we don't have like a lot of money, because we give it all to the people in need, which is us. We are called Story Untold, and many of you guys want to know like where the band's name come from. And to be honest, I don't know. There was a label involved in the band's name choice, if that makes any sense. I was called Amazic before that. But yeah, Story Untold seemed to be like the catchiest name, even though there's like tons of bands that have like a story in their name. There's like Story So Far, Story of the Year, but we were still sticking up with it.
I'm here right now with Long Beach's Goddesses Chasing Paris. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Who are you individually?
How's it going? My name's Noah Sharp. I sing and I play bass in Chasing Paris.
What's up? My name's Donnie. I play guitar and I make memes for Chasing Paris.
And I'm Jack Montoya, and I'm the drummer, and I play the guitar sometimes.
All
That's
right.
what I can't do.
So why are you chasing Paris?
So Chasing Paris was a book that I read in high school that I actually didn't read, but I had to write a paper on. And
I feel that.
It's after a girl that I used to be obsessed over in high school.
Name's
And
Paris.
Yes.
Stalked her.
And stalked her, found her house.
Nice.
Chased her
I'll
everywhere.
give the police your address.
They already have it.
They already have it. Oh, good. Good. What was the song you played today? What was it about? And is it about stalking another woman?
So today we played Socks Don't Match. And that was one of our defining songs as Chasing Paris because... Thank you. We're just a band that is just like you. Like, we're just all normal guys. Like, chances are Donnie served you at In-N-Out. I've served you at In-N-Out. Jack served you at BJ's. Next question, please.
Next question, please. Your singer's very hungry today.
Yes.
There you go. Well, on that note, because it's a great note, thank you guys for coming. This is Chasing Paris, the creepy band who stalked Paris. Check them out online. Go see a show if they're playing by you. And thank you guys again for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Live internet radio for pop punk, alternative, and metal fans. Get the free idobi app, idobi.com.
I'm here right now with Dreams of Vertigo, the one and only man, even though he has a live band with him. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the band, and I know you've performed in bands in the past. What is it like doing a project on your own right now where you have live members, but it's not, a full-time member on the back end?
Doing everything on your own it's very freeing. And if I want to release a Linkin Park cover, and then I want to release a Britney Spears cover, and then I want to release a R&B song or something like that.
You don't have to get
what I mean?
everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
You can make the decision.
The people that I'm working with now, just kind of that I are working as hired guns. They're friends of mine to begin with, and they're unbelievably talented too. So
I did the same thing, so I get it.
Yeah.
The only thing is, with a full band, you got a lot more people who can help you budget things. Now it's all on you.
Is the number
It's all
one
on
thing.
you.
Yeah, especially living in
Creative
California.
control.
Yeah.
Spending all of your money.
That's why I drive a Hyundai and not a
I
Tesla.
also do.
Do you?
So you have some music coming out at the end of the year. With that music, are you going to be doing something a little different than what you've done so far?
I'm going to be releasing at least one more Linkin Park cover, because it seems like everybody likes my Linkin Park covers. I don't know why.
Because everybody likes Linkin
Everybody
Park. And
loves
if they say
Linkin
no, they're lying, just like Nickelback and Creed.
Exactly.
Everybody loves them. I don't love them. Yeah, they sell millions of records. You love them.
I do not like Nickelback.
Hey, get out of here, videographer. You're behind the camera. Nickelback's amazing.
That'd be a great shot, just him
It
walking
is a great
out.
shot. He's going to be in
Yeah.
that. We're going to use that. What about Creed? You didn't fight with Creed.
Yeah.
I do like Creed.
You like
Scott's
Creed. Very good.
Very good musician, very good singer.
Word arms wide open.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Check out Dreams of Vertigo online, everywhere you check out music. And when he does finally play a show, it's expensive for him. So make sure you come out and support the music. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much. Buy shirts.
With podcasting, you're essentially having a conversation with someone.
It's a much more casual relationship you have with an audience.
And with the Vocaster, now it's just more accessible to just start podcasting. Every single problem you have had starting a podcast, this solves it.
What about having no friends?
If you're enjoying tonight's episode of Sounds of the Underground, be sure to connect with us on social media. Also, check out our exclusive Sounds of the Underground playlist, streaming now on Spotify. You'll hear your favorite artists from the show, as well as other artists we know you'll love. And while you're there, check out my new record, Lost in Searching. Thank you so much for watching tonight's episode. Now back to the show.
I used to lie awake and let you occupy my mind. I used to put you first and always leave myself behind. And I'll admit you got real close, but I'll be sleeping fine tonight. Sorry, I don't mean to disappoint you. Didn't ruin my life. Why to let you in my head? I never should have let you creep in. Every single word you said, gotta find a way to shake it. You don't wanna let me be. You wanna see me fall to pieces. Try to put a curse on me. You gotta find a way to break it. I used to lie awake and let you occupy my mind. I used to put you first and always leave myself behind. And I'll admit you got real close, but I'll be sleeping fine tonight. Sorry, I don't mean to disappoint you. You didn't ruin my life. Some days I just can't win. You always had to point your finger, but words will never pierce my skin. I finally found a way to shake them. You can spill your hate on me.
I'm here right now with part of Simple Plan. Thank you so much for being on the show. We do appreciate it. You guys have a busy tour schedule, so I know how hard it is to carve out some time.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having us. It's it's the second day of the tour, so it's exciting. We're back, and it's great to talk to you.
Yeah, so you're on tour right now with Sum 41, Blame Canada tour. What are we blaming you for?
Obviously, we're both from Canada, so that's kind of the joke and the South Park reference. And I don't know, man. I think it's kind of like it goes with the whole shtick of our band and their band, that we're always a little bit like we don't take ourselves seriously, and like, oh well, it's because of Canada that you get two bands like us, and for some reason people never thought it would happen but 20 years ago, but we're still around. We're two bands that are almost from the same place. Like we grew up about 5-6 hours away from each other in the exact same era. We had very parallel careers, same scene, so many things that happened to them. We kind of share like that explosion of pop punk in the early 2000s. We were like two of the bands that were, I think, a big part of that. We had never toured together. Like literally, we'd never done any tours. We'd done festivals here and there, but and there was even a bit of a little rivalry between the two bands. I'm not even sure why, but there was. We wanted to be friends. They were a little bit more like at the time, I think that was their persona, right? To kind of mess with every other band and everything. So we kind of got caught up in that. And then a few years ago, or probably 10 years ago, something, we met again and we're like, what is this all about, man? We should be friends, and we buried the hatchet. And then we started mentioning, like, we should tour together. We should do something. It would be amazing. I think we have so many common fans, and I think people would go crazy. We've never done it. And they were like, okay, cool. We'll get back to you when we're ready. And it took like another 8-9 years, 10 years and a worldwide pandemic. But now here we are, and we're finally doing it.
Nice. Now, one thing I didn't know until, we set this up, because I always have to, go through things, see if there's things I've missed about artists. I noticed you guys did the Scooby-Doo theme song.
Yes.
What?
We did.
What provoked that? Was it used for something or just wanted to?
No, they called us up and they asked us if we wanted to be the band that plays a Scooby-Doo theme. And you know what? We just thought it was the coolest thing. And at the time, in the early 2000s, it was a little bit like, we had little concerns, because there was so much stigma around like the whole selling out thing, and like who's punker than the other guy, who's punk rock, who's not, who's too pop, and obviously that kind of fell into something that maybe a lot of cooler bands or whatever would have said, like, oh, we're not touching that. But we were like, this is a classic. This is a franchise that's been around for years and years, and so many kids have loved this show, and it's like it's part of the cultural fabric of the US, and it's like it's cartoons. It's kind of like being on The Simpsons or whatever, and we just thought it was the coolest thing that we've got to be invited. And on top of that, we even got to be part of an episode where it's called a Simple Plan and the Invisible Man, and we're literally like, the whole plot of the show revolves around them trying to go to a show, and this, and we got to voice our characters, and they drew us up. Now, I don't know what happened over the last 4 or 5 years, but for the longest time, we didn't really talk about this, and nobody really knew. And then all of a sudden, people rediscover the song. I think it's because of probably Netflix. Like, now the show's on Netflix, so like a whole new generation of people are able to like watch it. And now it's like a highlight of our show. We actually started playing it live 3-4 years ago, and at first we were like, I don't know how it's gonna go. And it's like it's like what they're waiting for is for us to play the Scooby-Doo theme song. And every time we put anything on TikTok that has to do with Scooby-Doo, it blows up to like 1 million views and more. And I realize now, when I read the comments, like how many people have discovered the band thanks to that. Mm-hmm. And it's always been our approach. It's always been like, wherever we can be, that people can hear our music and can get be aware of who we are and that we exist, is a chance to make a new fan, and a chance for people to come back and like, oh my God, they have these albums and I'm a fan now.
Piggybacking off that, what do you think about now that the world has kind of gone to short form TikTok? People listen to 30-second clips of a song, coming from the era where records were big and people loved a whole, 12 songs, 13 songs, whatever. How do you feel as an artist that it's come down to such a short clip of what they can really do?
I think for me as a music lover, as a music fan, the album still remains like an important component of that. Like even just a full song, like let's just go there. Like not even a full album, but a full song. There's like the way that we arrange music and we write music, like the song evolves and the second verse is always, we always try to make it more interesting. We always try to keep your attention, and the bridge, like we spend a lot of time like building these really interesting, intricate bridges with new melodies and everything. So and the outro, like that's really when the song really builds, and you got all these counter melodies and all that stuff happening, and the hooks come back. And for me, that's like the song is like a climax at the end, and it's like that's really, there's a science to it, and it's so fun to arrange a song. So when it gets reduced to like a 15-second clip, you lose some of that, right? And that's unfortunate. But at the same time, what it does is it really distills the essence of a song. And I think for us, I think we tend to do well in that format because we write very unforgettable sort of melodies and hooks. Our songs are kind of built for this moment in some ways, and there's always that moment that's like it can sum up the whole song in one line, or in a few lines. It's kind of cool to be able to thrive in that environment and have the ingredients to be able to play in that space. You can complain about what's happening and where things are going, but that's not going to serve you very well. And I think for us, the approach has always been to embrace whatever's happening, whatever is new. Like we try to adapt to it, we try to lean into it, as opposed to try to resist it. So it's crazy what it did for us. And we have over like 1 million followers on TikTok. We had never done TikTok before. We didn't feel it was a place for us, right? It didn't feel like it was all the choreography and like the stuff that we're like, I'm not sure how we enter that space. Now it's a huge part of what we do. Like we try to do TikToks every day, and I don't think you have to transform what you do, your art, to fit a certain platform.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I would, normally give people all of your handles, but I'm pretty sure they can find where you are on the internet.
At Simple Plan, there you go. It's easy.
Simple Plan, easy. But thank you so much. If you are watching this, definitely catch them at a show and stream their new music as well as their older stuff, because it is just as good, possibly better. And once again, I know I said it a bunch, thank you, and hopefully we can do this again sometime.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Take care.
That's our show tonight. Thank you so much for once again joining us here at PA Rehearsal Studios for Sounds of the Underground. We will see you next time, and we cannot wait. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I'm going to go now. I got my parking. Bye.